Hello traders, and welcome back to the Rich Spirit channel for another weekly forex analysis. In this video guys, you're gonna listen to a little bit of different music and we are going to make the weekly forex analysis. So, are you ready? Let's get started. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We are live from St. Petersburg, and as you can see here, the first snow is here as we are. So let's go make the weekly forex analysis. This what you saw guys is my friends who are doing some sort of repetition, new music band. I'm not really into that kind of music, but I support them. So let's go make the weekly forex analysis and let's make some motherfucking money this week. Okay guys, I'm back to the charts. Let's analyze the best pairs and let's make the best decisions for this week. We have a week ahead full of news. So we have the Europe Central Bank President speaks in Monday, the Fed member speaking in Monday. We have CHF news, we have AUD news, congressional elections in Tuesday, we have the Fed member speaks Thursday, CPI, unemployment claims for the dollar, Bank of Canada in Thursday as well, and so many other news. Check them before you trade because around this time you have a lot of volume in the market. So let's prepare first so we can plan our trades and get the most out of it. So in the previous video analysis guys, I have shown you here a small channel which was respected this week. So after the price pulled back to test this downtrend on the daily, we actually respected the downtrend of the channel as well, and we have had a massive push on Friday. So this is what we have currently. So first we have the breakout on the daily trend, then we have the retest, and now massive bullish engulfing candle, which may be an early sign for a strong reversal, and this is what I personally expect. So here we can push a little bit to the 1.00 zone area, then maybe reject it, make a correction, and only then make a new high. That is one scenario that I'm going to look at. Another is just a pullback to this 98 130 zone area, which is around the 61% zone of the Fibonacci retracement. If we catch the whole impulse from here, let's say, yeah, that's nearly the 61% zone, but also we have the daily candle close in Thursday, so that's important area for me, and area where we can look for another bullish signals for a bullish continuation on the Euro USD. What else can happen? We can make some sort of a flag pattern here and finally break out bearish, which will result in a very nice bearish continuation, yet I think that our seriously needs a correction to the upside. So probably some 50-60% retracement would be healthy for the market. And here we have one very nice area on the weekly. First will be this one here, and the second, the one right here. Okay, so that's the two important zones. If we catch that, that would be a nice reversal. If not, then you know we're in a downtrend, so the odds are anyways in our favor. So let's move to the next chart, guys, and let's see what happens on the GBPUSD. And the same thing here, massive bullish candle, not as big as the EURUSD. So in this chart, we can also see a little more push to the resistance, and then continuation to the downside, probably to this low over here, or even making a lower low, continuing the downtrend. And that would be interesting. What about reversal setup? Let's check the weekly chart. As you can see on the weekly, strong bearish candle. So still we are below the resistance, and I'm not ready to look for bullish reversals. Even though if Euro makes a strong reversal, probably GBPUSD will also follow and will make a correction to the upside. And that is what I think for these two pairs. If we check EURGBP, you can see that I have already some positions and I'm long here since we have this wedge pattern on the daily chart. If we go to the 4-hour chart, we can see it much more clearly, and I'm going to show you. So here I entered a small positions because I expected a pullback to retest this zone right here. So this thing didn't happen. I traded this on the 1-hour chart. So here we go. I just marked this impulse on the 1-hour, and I hope that we can get back to the 50 or the 61% zone area. And here are my waiting buy positions. But now on Monday, when the market opens, I will change them a little bit. So I will apply the bigger Fibonacci retracement, and again we'll target the 50% and the 61% zone area. So this I will probably move to the 61 zone area, and also I will align this one a little bit higher around the 50% zone area. But that's just my opinion, guys. So what is the target of this setup? As I have told you previously, we usually target the size of the whole wedge. So here is our breakout, right? And here is our target. So here are actually two targets that you can take. This is the first one, which I have chosen because it's a very round number. It's actually 189,000. And we have another one right here where are all these highs. We have support and resistance there. So this is my setup for this current chart. Let's move to the next one, next pair. And before that, if of course price breaks this trend line and we start going bearish again, of course I will end up with some small stop loss being hit. But anyways, the risk is very small comparing to the total profit target. Okay, so that's it for this market. Let's move to GBPJPY and see what do we have there. Okay, so a very bullish trend, as you can see, guys, and currently we are pulling back to the previous support and resistance. So what I expect is a reversal from this zone or a bullish continuation to the upside, where the first target will be this high and the second will be a higher high. Let's go to the monthly and see how we are doing on the monthly. Okay, so we have a nice resistance above, which we can target if we want to see a new higher high. So on the daily, the price should actually start chasing this previous resistance, and that would be a nice trade. Yet we don't have a good confirmation that this is going to reverse, but overall, here is the support. So we are currently around this area. Of course, price can reject it and continue to the downside. First, targeting this little support over here. And that would be a nice setup because here we can get a nice bullish signal for even more longer term targets like this high or the previous resistance. Okay, let's see the USDJPY as well. So here we are also in an uptrend, and probably bullish continuation will be the most reasonable expectation, right? So we pull back a little bit and we continue bullish. Yes, but as you can see, the price is really overbought here. We didn't have a strong correction, so it's also possible to see some serious correction probably to this area right here, or even lower to this little area right here. So these haven't been tested yet, and we can see that in the future. So I will not trade this chart, guys, but if you have any ideas, you can use that info that I have just gave you. So let's move and check some other more interesting pairs, guys, like AUDUSD. And what do we have here? Okay, something like a head and shoulders here on the 4-hour chart. Let's see how does it looks on the daily. Not that beautiful here, but yet here we are also a little bit oversold. So we have the potential to break this resistance and go back to the previous one, which I will also not trade because it doesn't matches my strategy requirements. Okay, so let's move to the next one and see New Zealand dollar. Okay, so we have bounced back from this area of support and probably soon we'll hit this resistance. If we break it, of course we go to the next one, and if we break the next one, of course to the next one, but also not the best setup for my personal trading style. So let's see the gold, actually something that I love to trade. I love to check gold regularly and to trade it. So this is the thing that I really want to pay attention to. So we're in a downtrend here, that is absolutely clear. But we also have two interesting patterns, and the first is this massive engulfing candle. So this is actually something like a big shadow candle, which have a higher high and a lower low than the previous 6 candles. So in this case, we're talking about the bodies of the candles. And here I expect more of a bullish continuation actually. So if we have the luck to see a little pullback to these previous highs, I'll be interested in entering a long position here and ride the price all the way back to this little high over here, or even higher to this previous high over here. And why that? Even we can target this previous daily resistance. Let's mark it up. Let's zoom out so you can see. So this definitely was a resistance area back in the time, and it can be chased by the price easily if we break the trend and if we create a bullish trend. For that, we need a series of higher highs and a lower and higher lows. So this is what we need in order to have a new trend. Okay, that's how we recognize a new trend. So also one more pattern here I will show you right now. We have the descending triangle, which is still not finished. We need at least 2 more waves. But if the price tests once again this area, make a pullback, and then finally decides to break or bearish or bullish, we can trade that as the breakout of descending triangle pattern. So usually the target is the size of the pattern. So here it is. If it's bullish, then we can easily go back to this previous resistance, or at least to this previous high over here. And that's a very good target. If it breaks bearish, so it breaks from this side over here, we can expect the same move to the downside. Let's measure EURUSD once again. And that makes about 1450, something like this. Let's see how it looks on the weekly. And okay, here we have a nice support area, so that is a great target if we go bearish on gold. Yet I'm a little bit more positive about gold. I expect that we can see actually a bullish reversal here. You can trade against me and you can sell the pair. But first, we both have to wait for the breakout. So bullish or bearish, even now price can not respect the triangle, even now price can break this trend line and continue bullish all the way up to this previous high. And that's it for this market, guys. Now let's move to the next one and see what we have on Bitcoin. Here we also have something like a ascending triangle, but we have already broken bullish. And as you can see, even today, price is going bullish. So what we can expect, in my opinion, nice pullback to this previous area, and that's about the $30,000 for a coin, somewhere here. Okay. And here you have this consolidation, so it's a pretty nice target for the buyers. If you're selling Bitcoin, then probably the two targets that you are interested in is the 15,000 and the $10,000 for a coin. That is what we can expect from Bitcoin. I will not trade this cryptocurrency right now because I have more interesting pairs for me, but this is what I expect for this crypto. So for USD US oil, you can see two stuff really interesting on this chart. And tell me, guys, what do we see? Okay, let's say three important stuff on this chart. The first thing should be the support and resistance. Okay, so let's mark it up. This is the most important resistance, support and resistance area, which we should be focused on. If we break it, we go bullish. If we fail to break it, we go north, south, actually. My English is not that good, but excuse me for that. The other two things is the trend which is going from bearish to bullish right now. And in order to have a bullish trend here, we just need a new higher high. We already have a higher low right here, and we need a higher high, so we make the new bullish trend, right? That's it. Like here we had the bearish trend, now we need a bullish higher high. And these are the two most important things. The third one, which I see, is some sort of a head and shoulders that have started forming here. And if it's true, we are already breaking the neckline and we have the chance to see a massive reversal and a bullish continuation all the way up to this previous consolidation. So here is the consolidation on the daily chart, and here is the target of the head and shoulder. So we can easily get to these previous highs right here. That's in my opinion the future target. And with this raising prices of natural gas and oil, this is very, very possible in my opinion. Especially if gold continue rising, if euro keeps beating the dollar, this is very easy setup. But first we gotta get rid of this resistance area. Okay guys, and that's it for this current market. I'm more bullish on it, but yet it's possible to see a bearish continuation. Now, what about S&P 500s and the US 30? Well, overall, what I see here is a bearish trend, so still for me the price is pretty bearish. Also, we see something like a descending triangle pattern or something like this. Yet, of course, it's still very early phase, but if we see something like this here, we may finally break out bearish. Yet this is not the best setup. In my opinion, we can still go bearish here, test these previous lows. That is a very nice target here on the S&P 500. Also, a bullish continuation to the previous resistances is also possible, but first we gotta get rid of this resistance, so we gotta smash it and continue breaking through. And on US 30, we also have a very bearish scenario and this expansion wedge pattern, which you know how to trade. We sell at the highs and we buy at the lows. And currently, I believe this market is gonna probably test these highs once again to make the double top, and then we'll smash down all the way to this previous high right here and this M pattern, actually W pattern, okay? And then it can do whatever it wants. So if I sell here, my target will be here and I stay away from the market, because here we can make a retracement, then we can continue to the downside to try catch again this downtrend right here. So it have to be extended. And that's it. For now, I'm only chasing this previous high over here and this support area. So that's it for this weekly forex analysis, guys. If you like the video, click the like button. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe. And much respect to all of you who are following me and supporting all this time. I wish you well. I wish you successful trading, successful week, and keep smashing these forex charts. If you are disciplined enough, if you follow your plan, and if you are not greedy, so keep your risks small, guys, and really this will make you strike forward. That's it from me. See you in the next video, guys. Peace and happy trading.